So I'm about to go surprise some folks. Hi everybody, this is Rob from Storm Crow Overland, where we talk about going on adventures, road tripping, camping, and just generally getting out and enjoying life. And on this week's episode, my buddy Jared is hosting the Sooner State Overland Rally meetup campout thing at Red Rock Campground in Hinton, Oklahoma. This is the second one he's done. He did one a couple months ago, and I missed it because I had some stuff going on. And well, he was having this one, and I was all excited about it. And it looked like I was going to miss it because I had family stuff to take care of. Well, last minute, and I mean last minute, plans changed. No one knows I'm going. I just stopped at the grocery store real quick to grab some food to cook tonight. Threw my stuff in my car, and I'm heading out there to surprise everybody. Hopefully there'll be some more footage. We'll see how this goes. All right, so you saw the intro, and I headed out to Red Rock Canyon Adventure Park for the Overland Rally meetup thing that Jared from Sooner State Overland and West OK Overland was putting on. And I had big plans. I was really hoping I was going to film while I was there, and I was going to take my camera in and record some of the rigs and kind of do little mini interviews with some of the people. And yeah, I didn't do any of that. I got there, got all excited to see my buddies, got all my stuff set up. I had a couple drinks, I made some dinner, and before you knew it, it was dark, and I was in no state to film, and it was dark. And I jumped in my tent and went to sleep. And then the next morning, got up, same thing, was hanging out with buddies, having some breakfast. So I really didn't film basically any of it. I got a couple of real short little clips that I'll throw in here kind of as B-roll. I got just a little bit of drone footage first thing in the morning. But overall, I would say it was an amazing event, especially for here in central Oklahoma, where we don't have big overland expos. And yeah, we've got the Midwest over the more expo, but it's still hours and hours away, and it's mostly like a trade show. It's not a get together and hang out really kind of thing, or not as much at least. This was strictly get together, hang out. Some guys went and did some trail rides and stuff before I got there. Things were weird, so I got there kind of late, but neat event. Talking to Jared, the guy that organized it, I can't remember if he said it was a total of 34 or 36 rigs that showed up. And this was over a period of time from like Thursday night to Sunday. Some people kind of came and went. Some people came and hung out but didn't camp. People came out and ran trails. Most of the Sugar Creek Loop out there, which is a great thing that Jared's put together out there. Just a really neat time. Like I said, it was nice to get to go and just connect with some buddies I hadn't seen in a while, kind of hang out, and, spend some more time testing out the Gazelle tent. Still love it. The Gazelle T3X still goes up super quick. Lots of room inside. Did great. I think it's going to do even better when it's hot outside. It breathes so well. But I was super comfy. Got a little colder than I expected that night. But no problems. Had a good sleeping bag with me. Lots of guys were running their diesel heaters. I still don't have one. I'll probably end up figuring one out before next winter. But great setup. I mean, just kind of give you some of the highlights. Like I said, get their setups here, buddy. Okay, so for dinner, I tried something new. I got a can of the Pillsbury kind of poppy can crescent roll dough, but I got the kind that's not cut up. It's just one big sheet of dough. My camp stove, like 2/3 of it's actually a griddle, so I just rolled it out on the griddle, put some mozzarella pearls and some pepperoni on it, folded it over, kind of like a calzone, kind of tried to seal the edges up a little bit. Just didn't worry about a camp oven or anything like that. Just kind of cooked one side on the griddle, flipped it over, cooked the other side. Had to get it pretty dark on the outside to make sure the whole thing cooked. But after that, took it off, cut it up real quick, cut it in little strips, and I had a jar of, I think it's Rouse, I think that's how you pronounce it, RAO, pizza sauce, and I was just dipping it in there. And man, that fresh mozzarella and the pepperoni and just that crescent roll dough just got a good texture to it. Dipping that sauce was so good. Wasn't the prettiest looking meal, but it was delicious. I felt weird because everybody else was in there making steak, and I'm like, man, we can't make steak every time we go overlanding. You gotta have a little creativity. But did that. Like I said, hung out by the fire for a while, had a couple drinks. Next morning, got up. What did I make for breakfast? Oh, I did. This is kind of one of my staples. It's just one of my favorite things. Uh, Cooked some bacon on the griddle, toasted some English muffins, like kind of in the bacon grease. Not the healthiest thing to do, but it helps clean up the bacon grease as well. Made little sandwiches out of the English muffins with the bacon, and then threw a little frozen hash brown on there as well. Excellent. I take the time that it wasn't real busy. Threw the drone up, just kind of got a quick overview of the whole campsite, how it was laid out, and how everybody was all set up. Just real quick, and I'll throw it in here where you can see it as well. But then, really, after that, just kind of hung out with everybody for a little bit longer, and then it was already Sunday, kind of late Sunday morning. Everybody kind of slowly, leisurely started packing up and heading home. But talking to Jared, like I said, I think it was 34, 36 rigs that showed up. Awesome thing. I encourage you, if you're on Facebook, to go look up Sooner State Overland, especially if you're in the central Oklahoma area, to see the next time Jared's doing one of these events. He puts on great events. I've never been disappointed with one of his things I went to. And then something else that I'm kind of excited to finally announce that I haven't really said anything about. A few people know, but I will officially be taking over organizing the Oklahoma City Rigs and Coffee. Starting, the first one will be by myself in June. Michael from All Over Overland has been running those, but I didn't want to say anything until he announced all his stuff. He's moving to Alaska, so it's gonna be pretty hard for him to organize the OKC Rigs and Coffee. So I will be taking that over from him. He's already kind of shown me how it all works and introduced me to all the people. Michael's a great guy. I've really enjoyed going to Rigs and Coffee and talking to him this last couple months and getting to know him a little better. So that'll be interesting with me taking that over. Nothing's going to change. It's still Rigs and Coffee, Oklahoma City, second Saturday of every month. Still at UKIN Campers up in Edmond. Scars and Stripes Coffee still going to be there every month with coffee. So like I said, nothing's really going to change. I am going to try to add to it a little bit. In June, the plan right now is we're going to meet up, Rigs and Coffee, do the whole Rigs and Coffee thing, and then head out west to the Sugar Creek Loop, which is out there by Red Rock Canyon Adventure Park. And we're going to do a trail cleanup, kind of trying to make it fun. Going to do something, not entirely sure, so don't hold me to this, but do something with like a hashtag of Sugar Creek Cleanup or something like that. And people that take a picture and post on Instagram with the hashtag of them picking up trash out on the trail, we're going to enter them in a drawing, trying to have a couple of just small prizes, nothing crazy, nothing real big, but just something a little fun. And then, haven't said this to anybody yet, but I guess I'm going to go ahead and sort of pseudo announce it now. Hoping maybe September, October timeframe when it starts cooling off just a little bit. Trying to do an Oklahoma overland scavenger hunt kind of thing. Basically, instead of setting up a whole route and giving the route to everybody and going, hey, this is the route we're going to do, I want to go and set up a couple of points. We've got a bunch of interesting random stuff here in Oklahoma. Like we've got a giant rock that looks like a frog that someone painted green, and everybody calls it Frog Rock. And it's in the middle of nowhere. Nice little dirt road to get out there. Stuff like that. Give everybody, here's a set of points, make your own route, go out, get a selfie with you and your rig next to whatever the thing is. And every time you do, it's a point, and you get entered into a drawing, and we'll try to have some, hopefully, slightly better prizes for that one if things work out. Like I said, I'm new to all this. I haven't done a whole lot of event organizing. So hopefully that works out. But yeah, I know this week has been kind of a weird video because things didn't work out the way I planned, but I guess that happens sometimes. And then hopefully next week we'll have kind of more of a regular video. But if you are watching this video on YouTube, realize we also release the audio as a podcast. You can find it wherever good podcasts are found. Just search Stormcrow Overland. And if you are listening to this as a podcast, we also release the videos, the video on YouTube. Same thing, just search Stormcrow Overland. And finally, you can also find us on Instagram, Stormcrow Overland. With any of those, I would really appreciate it if you gave me a like, comment, follow, subscribe, any of that kind of stuff. Only if you like what you're seeing. Give me some criticism, feedback. If there's any topics you want me to talk about, if anything you want to know what I think about, send me a message. Leave me a review, any of that kind of stuff. I'm always glad to get it. That's really all I have for you this week. So just remember, sometimes you have to go out and get lost and forget to film the whole thing before you can find yourself. Thanks for watching.